Okay, it's time for an update on the BUGA sphere. So get in here. This is Jack with Cosmic Road. I talk about UFOs and the paranormal. Please hit like and subscribe and let me know what you think in the comments below. Yeah, we've got another one, guys. We've got another one this time in Albania, which is over there near Greece. Very similar looking metallic sphere UFO seen by multiple people. There's a couple different videos, I think, of the same object. Here's a still of this thing. And I think this is from the same incident, but if I am incorrect, let me know. I love how they just casually strolls over there. Just sauntering over there to check out a UFO. But yeah, so yeah, they're all over the world. Of course, there's been multiple of them seen in that same area as BUGA, the Jumbo sphere and multiple others, but they are all over the world. And so the research on these guys is continuing, and there's some fascinating stuff coming out. For example, there seems to be a radio frequency coming out of the BUGA sphere that may be going into space. Here's one of the researchers talking about this.
So, the final thesis that was reached is that the sphere is receiving or sending low frequency. And low frequencies, Jamie, are not for transmitting radio programs here. Megahertz is used here. Low frequencies are used to transmit into space. The lower the frequency and the more powerful it is, the further it travels and reaches further into space. For example, the message that was transmitted from Arecibo by Fran Kerrigan was transmitted to the constellation of Arcules at a very low frequency, but with enormous power because low frequencies are the ones that reach the farthest in space.
Okay, so there you go. The BUGA sphere seems to be emitting a low frequency radio signal, possibly going into space. That is wild. That is wild. We also have various people like Stephen Greer and Danny Shehan commenting on this because they are getting involved in the study of the BUGA sphere to one degree or another. This is an over 5-minute little interview here, but let's listen to a minute of what Stephen Greer is saying about what he is going to bring to the table on the study of the BUGA sphere.
Dr. Stephen.
Oh, and by the way, this is all AI dubbed, and for some reason we're getting the AI dubbing of English. I don't know, but let's bear through it, guys. Let's bear through it.
Greer, you came to Mexico to see the sphere. What did you find? First of all, it is clearly an anomalous object, and I see it as having multiple possibilities of origin. But I think before we draw any conclusions, we are doing some tests. We have brought in very competent scientists to look at the metallurgy, the composition of the metal at the isotopic level, which allows us to determine whether it is from Earth or from outer space. There are ways of doing this using isotopes. The other is that in the BUGA sphere, around the equator, there are holes and dark spots that contain a polymer, and this polymer contains carbon. So we are going to do some state-of-the-art carbon-14 testing to determine its age.
Okay, how old do you think the BUGA sphere is, and how much will they be able to determine from the carbon that is there, and where is that carbon coming from? Very interesting. Can't wait to find out more about it. As far as the isotopes, personally, I'll be very surprised if it is not made on Earth. But, I would love to be proven wrong on that. That would be awesome if we have a non-terrestrial UFO being studied by civilian scientists right now. That would be amazing. That has even captured the attention of at least one U.S. congressman. So, yeah, that would be huge. But there's the evidence shows that beings seem to create a lot of their UFOs here, or they get humans to create those vehicles for them. So, I think it's likely that it was made here. Danny Shehan is also pitching in to help. Here he is in an AI dubbing explaining what he's going to do.
I tried the case that established the right of journalists in the United States to protect their confidential news sources, to protect whistleblowers from unjust authority. As you know, I represented the New York Times as part of the legal team to obtain the right to publish all of the top-secret classified documents that reveal the unjust decisions that were made during the Vietnam War. So I developed a practice like this, and that's why I've been working with the UFO people who are trying to uncover this and make it public. And this is the most important issue. And related things like the Nazca mummies, as they call them, and the sphere, these are things that potentially unlock secrets about the UFO phenomenon, and that's why we want to be very careful not to let national security take over this.
I love it, and that is, big on my mind as well. And I'm sure many of you guys watching this, we don't want the control group or the establishment to step in and seize the bodies or the sphere, or switch them out, like in the Bet sphere. That seems to have been the case. That would be disastrous. So, so it's good that Danny is helping out in whatever ways he can and giving his expertise and legal opinions and advice. And whatever he is doing, he has been in the game for a long time. And I'm very, very glad that he is helping out. May need to get him back on the show. I had Danny on the show, maybe a year ago. And it may be time to get him back on the show to talk about what he's doing with regards to that. Although he has just kind of entered the picture, as far as I know, with the BUGA sphere. So may want to give that time to cook a little bit. But I would love to talk to him about that. And there's been some other intriguing stuff that has come out. For example, the design on the BUGA sphere might match some of the microfibers that seem to run throughout the sphere. As Law Mark UFO says, comparing the dots on the outside symbol of the BUGA sphere to the scan of the inside. Let's see, is there any audio here? No, but you can see exactly what he's talking about. You transfer those points over to the scan of the fibers, and they line up very well. Now you could say that maybe they're just getting a certain slice of the fibers at a certain angle, and it's making, giving that appearance. And absolutely, we need more information about that. But that would be super fascinating if indeed there was some sort of correspondence between the symbols in the design on the sphere and the fibers that run through it. Is the symbol functional in some way? Wouldn't that be interesting? I love it, guys. I need to know all about this damn thing. Why is UFO disclosure coming from Latin America? Well, as Joyce Mantilla says, simple, whether we like it or not, Latin America is at the forefront. This land rich in history and culture. Keep waiting for your governments and agencies to make something similar official. The power of information is, for the first time, in the hands of the citizens. I love it. And indeed, that's why what is going on south of the border is so important, because this is UFO disclosure. And like Jaime Maussan or not, he is a critical part of this. And I think personally he is a hero of UFO disclosure. He has brought us the Nazca mummies and the BUGA sphere. And when I say brought us, I mean he helped popularize this, and he was able to direct resources and fund some of the research on these objects and get the information out to the public. So, kudos to Jaime, kudos to Joyce, Thierry, Jaman for the, Nazca mummies, everybody working on the BUGA sphere and, any other spheres that can be discovered. I'm very curious about the sphere that seems to be in the hands of Brandon Fugel right now. I can't wait to find out, what that's all about. But anyway, let me know what you guys think about all of this, about the BUGA sphere potentially sending signals into space, the design on it possibly lining up with the fibers possibly being functional in some way. Let me know what you think about the involvement of Dana Shehan and Stephen Greer. Then anything else, let me know what you think in the comments below. Like and subscribe. Hit the bell to be notified of future videos. You don't want to miss a thing. Join me on social media. There's Facebook and Twitter links below. Love to see you guys there. If you want to support Cosmic Road in a bigger way, consider grabbing a coffee mug or a t-shirt in the merch store below. That'd be rocking. With some nice hoodies too and other stuff. You can become a channel member. Channel members are rock stars, and I really appreciate your support. Thank you. Also, channel members frequently get to see videos just like this hours before everybody else. Meanwhile, plenty of other videos on the channel, and I'll see you guys next time. This is Jack with Cosmic Road, signing out.